Namaste children, welcome back to another session of our chapter block 4, that is plants for us. So in this block 4, in lesson LP1, we completed about the plants which are growing by themselves in the natural surroundings without any proper human care. All such plants we set them as a wild plants. So those wild plants which does not require any proper care by the humans can grow in their natural surroundings in so many ways. And even in our LP1 we came to know that all these wild plants are very much essential, as the byproducts are the plants that are giving so many products to us which we are using in our day-to-day life, that may be used to produce baskets, to produce bags, to give us wood, rubber, vegetables, fruits, essential oils, everything that we are getting from the wild plants. Along with that, in our last class, we even came to know that these wild plants are your forest trees. They are very much important because they are maintaining the carbon dioxide and oxygen levels in the atmosphere. Along with that, we even came to know one of the main keyword, that is soil erosion. Your wild plants are preventing the soil erosion by holding the soil at their roots and stem level. Okay. So in our today's class, we will discuss about the plants. We'll discuss about the plants that are plants that need a very proper care. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about the plants that need a very proper care, which are totally different from the wild plants. Wild plants are growing everywhere in their natural surroundings, whereas when you will see these plants require a very proper care. So let us start our class, children, that is plants that need care. Okay. So in our today's class, we will come across few keywords like sow, S-O-W, sow. So in our today's class, we are coming across few keywords like first one is sow, S-O-W, sow. Sow means it is to plant or to spread the seeds on or inside the soil. What is the meaning of sow? To plant or to spread the seeds or on inside the soil.
Sow, to plant or spread seeds on or inside the soil.
So the second keyword we will come across, that is fertilizer. Fertilizers means substances added to the soil to make plants grow well. Fertilizers are the substances that are added to the soil to make plants grow well.
Fertilizer, a substance added to the soil to make plants grow well.
The third keyword we will come across, that is your cultivated plants. Cultivated plants means the plants that are grown by the humans under a proper care.
Cultivated plants, plants that are grown by humans.
Yes, so these are some of the keywords that we will come across in our today's class. One is sow, the second one is fertilizer, and the third one is your cultivated plants. Okay, so now observe these two pictures, children, very carefully. One is picture 1. This is your picture 1. And the second one is your picture 2. So observe these two pictures carefully and copy down this particular table. Yes, copy down this table in your classwork white paper side. Okay, first of all, copy down this table. So a tabular column with 2 boxes, okay, 3 columns in it, where at starting picture 1 and picture 2 that you have observed in the earlier slide, that is picture 1 and picture 2. And now start posing some questions like, where are the plants growing? So picture 1 plants where they are growing and picture 2 plants where they are growing. Now the second question is, do the plants need any human care? So is picture 1 plant is need any human care or not? Picture 2 plant needs any human care or not? We are going to discuss. So copy down this table in your textbook white paper side. And now let us go to the picture 1. So in this slide, when you will observe the picture 1, this is the picture 1, children. So just check the surroundings of this picture 1, how that surroundings are, how the plants that are growing there, are they growing in a proper manner? So no, they are not growing in a proper manner. At the same time, when you will observe the surroundings of this picture 1, that surroundings are completely with rocks, any other substances. Even here you are able to see some other plants are also growing there. So means the picture 1 plants, they are growing by themselves in their natural surroundings, irrespective how it is, irrespective of proper care, irrespective of proper supply of water. Such plants which are growing in their natural surroundings by themselves, in our yesterday class we came to know them as a wild plants. So your picture 1 plants are your wild plants. They will grow in their natural surroundings without any proper human care, and they themselves will grow in that surroundings. They can sustain, they can live in any of the adverse conditions like high temperatures, less availability of water, heavy rainfall. So in any of the situations, these wild plants will sustain and they will try to grow by themselves without any proper care. So now the picture 2 plants, if you will observe, a lady, she is watering the plants, and the plants that are in a very organized manner, they are growing. That means these plants require a proper care. These plants require a proper care, and these plants, they are grown in a large quantities under the supervision of humans by supplying some water, yes, nutrients. That nutrients only we are calling them as a fertilizers. Okay, such crops we are saying them as a cultivated crops. What we are calling them? We are calling those plants as a cultivated plants. Cultivated plants means those plants which are adopted and grown in large quantities by humans for their use. Cultivated plants means those plants which are adopted and grown. Adopted and grown means they started doing the agriculture. When the human started doing the agriculture, he started taking care of the plants. So your cultivated plants will come in such category where the humans started adopting and growing the plants in a very large scale for their use. So in these cultivated plants, when you will see plants like your wheat, rice, fruits, vegetables, so all such plants will come. Yes, in cultivated plants, if you will see plants like your wheat, rice, vegetable plants, fruit plants, your pulses plants, all these plants that will come in this cultivated plants category. So observe these 2 pictures, children. Yes, so now let us try to complete this table. So in this table, what we have discussed is the picture 1 plant, where are the plants growing? So where the picture 1 plants growing? Are they growing field in wild area? So the picture 1 plant, they are growing in the wild areas. So your picture 1 plant, it is growing in the wild areas. Okay, whereas the picture 2 plant, where it is growing? It is growing in a field. Yes. So now let us move to the second question. Do the plants need any human care? Are the wild plants need any human care? No, they does not require any human care. They will grow by themselves. Whereas the picture 2 plant, if you will see, yes, they need a human care. They need a human care. They are grown in an organized manner. They are supplied to that kind of plants. We will supply water, we will supply fertilizers. Okay. So now, after completing this activity, now let us have a quick look on a small video, children.
Plants growing in the wild are different from plants grown in fields by humans. Wild plants can grow on their own in natural surroundings like forests. Cultivated plants are grown by humans in special areas called fields.
So after watching this video, children, we understand what are wild plants and what are cultivated plants. Wild plants means is, see here, the first question they were asking, how is a wild area like a forest different from the field? Wild area means it is an area where the plants will grow by themselves, and there are so many varieties of plants that are grown. Here the plant does not require any human care. Yes. So now the next one, if you will see, the next question, if you will see, okay, how are wild plants different from the plants that are grown by humans? How they will be different? So these plants, they are that does not require any proper care. As I said, they will grow by themselves in their natural surroundings, and they can be transferred from one place to another place by any of the mode. Okay, whereas your cultivated plants, if you see, they need a proper care. Yes, the 100% they need a proper care. They are grown by the humans in a large quantities. Your plants that are grown by the humans, we are saying them as a cultivated plants. So your cultivated plants, they require a proper care by the humans, and they are grown in the large fields by the supply of water, by the supply of fertilizers, everything. Okay. So now, if you will see the one more question, why do we remove? So generally when we are doing the agriculture or when we are cultivating the plants, that time you sometimes might have observed that the farmer, he is trying to remove some of the plants from the cultivated land. Yes. So my question is, why do we remove these wild plants like some grasses from a field of cultivated plant? Understand? Because along with the cultivated plants, these plants are growing continuously. So why we are removing such grasses or some other cultivated plants that are grown along with the cultivated plants? Can you think and tell why? Yes, absolutely. So if these plants, these wild plants like grass, if they are grown along with the cultivated plants, now they will start competing with the cultivated plants. They will start competing. So for what, in what way they will compete? They will compete with the cultivated plants for the water, for the place, for the air, for sunlight, and even for the nutrients, soil nutrients. Okay, so for all the purpose, as you know, these are wild plants. They can adjust and grow very fastly in any of the climatic conditions, in any of the areas. So now these wild plants, they will try to compete with the cultivated plants for the purpose of their water. They will occupy the space of cultivated plants. They will take up the air. They will use the sunlight more than the cultivated plants, and even they will take the soil nutrients. So that's what a farmer will do. He will try to remove the wild plants from the cultivated plants, so that now cultivated plant will not get any competition for all these purpose. Okay. Yes. So now after that, let's have a quick look on your textbook practice questions, children. Page number 27. So in page number 27, they were asking you three questions. The first question is, name any two trees that are likely to grow in forest or in other natural surroundings. So they are asking about the trees that are wild trees or that are grown in the wild areas. Name any two trees that are likely to grow in forest or in other natural surroundings. Any two you can mention here. Yes, so in that any two you will get a neem plant, you will get a teak plant, you will get another forest. So many forest plants are there that are grown by themselves in the natural surroundings. So now the second question, if you will see, the second question is saying that write one difference between the plants that are growing in the wild and cultivated plants. So the main difference is wild plants will grow in the natural surroundings by themselves. Cultivated plants are grown by the human care in a larger quantities, by the supply of fertilizers, by the supply of water, and even other agricultural processes are followed while growing the cultivated plants. So now the third question, what will happen if the wild plants grow alongside cultivated plants in the crop field? Already we have discussed what will happen when the wild plants are grown along with the cultivated plants. Now the wild plants will take up the nutrients, they will take up the water, they will take up the space and sunlight, air of the cultivated plants, and they will grow fastly and they will suppress the growth of cultivated plants. That's what every time we should remove the wild plants that are growing along with the cultivated plants. So the wild plants, if they are growing along with the cultivated plants, we are saying them as a weeds, non-useful plants. So such a weeds which are grown in the cultivated areas must be removed, because always and always they are competing with the cultivated plants, and mostly they will take up the requirements of cultivated plants. That's what always a farmer will try to remove the wild plants that are called your weeds from a cultivated land. Okay, so now yes, let's have a look of your worksheet, children. This is content book. Workbook. Where is the workbook? Ayo. 1 second. Yes, children, open your page number 18 from your workbooks. So in that page number 18, the first question, when you will see, the first question, it is your write wild or cultivated for the plants showing in the given picture. So they are asking to write whether wild or cultivated these plants are that are given in the picture. So in the first plant case, when you will see all the plants that are grown in a systemic manner, in an organized manner, that too in a large scale. So the first plants, these are your cultivated plants. Now the second B picture, if you will see, these plants are grown according to their wish, irrespective to the climate. So these will come under wild plants. Even the third plant, the C plant, if you will see, these plants are also seen growing everywhere, irrespective in an organized manner. So these are also coming under wild plants category. So now the last picture, if you will see this last picture, where the plants are grown in a systemic and an organized manner. So your D picture, that is your cultivated crops. So now let us move to the second question. Complete the table. So they are giving you picture A and picture B. So when you will see this picture A and picture B related to these pictures, 2 questions that were posed. So the first question is, write one difference between the plants based on where they are growing. Yes. So they are now asking to write a difference between the plants where they are growing. So the picture A plants, if you will observe, the picture A plants are grown in their natural surroundings. They are grown in their natural surroundings. So now the picture B plants, when you will see the picture B plants, they are grown in a systemic manner in areas that are called your field. Okay, your picture B plants that are grown in a systemic manner in areas which we are calling them as a field. So now let us move to the second question, that is, write one difference between the plants based on how they will grow. So one difference is wild plants are growing by themselves in any of the conditions. They are growing by themselves. Okay, whereas your picture B plants, they are grown or they are cultivated by humans who are called your farmers. They are cultivated by the humans, that we are saying them as a farmers. So now if you will move to the third question, if you will observe, Kim's father asks her to clear the extra grass that is grown in their rose garden. Why has Kim's father asked her to do this? Let me repeat the question again. Kim's father asks her to clear the extra grass that is grown in the rose garden. Why has Kim's father asked her to do this? Because you know that grass, extra grass, that too they are saying. So now this extra grass, which is nothing but a wild variety, which is growing in the rose garden. So because of that, now the rose plants are not getting a proper nutrients and space, sunlight for their growth. That's what Kim's father is saying to her, to remove the grass from the rose garden so that rose plants will get enough place, sunlight, air and other requirements for its growth. Okay children, so after listening the video, complete worksheet page number 18 and the practice questions from page number 27. Okay children, thank you so much.